Sun came out over here. Hello, welcome to my Elite Dangerous, my adventures. Tag along. Is this up? Well, we need to get to the carrier where we can get back to COs. Yeah, reading the forums, I like to do that every once in a while, just see what the discussions are and things like that. And I think that's part of my problem. I get a little bored with the game, and the YouTube channel doesn't keep my interest anymore. So I think that's the majority of it. It's just trying to find a purpose of continuing to play. But there's just certain things I like to do. I want to get to 10 billion. I'm at 7 billion right now, including the fleet carriers balance. And so I'm getting closer to that. I can't just sit for weeks and do cargo missions, which it takes. I think I could do, if I did nothing else, I could do about 1 billion a week. So it would take a minimum of 3 weeks of just grinding. And I just can't do that. I like planetary exploration, like coming to Jameson and gathering materials and things like that, but I get kind of bored with one place. So fleet carrier, the upkeeps cost too much. So that's one of the things. But since the sun has come out, we might just do one more planetary exploration while we're here before we leave for COs. Sit down. Take out this ship that's got 51%. But when you have to just use night vision, it's not as much fun here at Jameson. But since the sun has kind of overtaken us, I kind of like that. It's just dark. So yeah, I like this. I like when the sun comes out. So yeah, we'll stay for a video, because it's really about, you know, what I like to do, and when you come along, you're just kind of watching what I like to do. It has paid off. Yes, I probably have close to 3,000 hours in the game, but most of that was trying to build a YouTube channel, and I found out that's not going to work out quite so well. So that's part of the frustrations now, is like, what do I do now? So we still have many views to our older videos, not as many to our newer videos, because I think others kind of get bored with the game too, and there's not as much interest. My frustrations is I'm just getting bored, and it happens from time to time. I'll probably continue to play off and on, I'm sure. And the YouTube channel's not working out like I had hoped. Just can't get enough subscribers, even though they're free. So for me, it's hard to understand, you know. They're free, you get 2,000 of them that you can use to support your favorite channel, but people just don't do it. I mean, there are a few, they're mega YouTube channels that get all the support and all of the subscribers and all of that, but the smaller ones, yeah, you can pretty much forget it. They're not going to get hardly any support. So I go to pre-release videos and And when I get too many of them, I release a few more and stuff like that. That's probably what it'll continue to be like. But yeah, Jameson, or where Jameson's at, HIP 12099, and that's the system and the planet that Jameson crash site's on. You know, when the sun's out, it's pretty good. I like it. That's why when I relogged into the game and the sun was out, it's like, yeah, why don't we do another planetary exploration material gathering. Sis ship, because I think we'll just be so far from the ship I don't want to have to go chase it down, because it can get up to 7.5 kilometers before it'll take off. So it's like, go ahead and send it off and then call it back down when we're ready. And it's like combat. I'm still not really a combat person. I do it just because I think I need to get over competent, because I have double elite both in trade and explore, and those are things I really enjoy doing. But I've already accomplished those goals. And yes, I saved up, I think it was like 12 to 14 billion before I bought a fleet carrier. And I bought the fleet carrier, I added all the services, and probably spent about 6 to 7 billion. Put $1 billion on the fleet carrier on its balance, so I've probably definitely up to about 7 or 8 billion. And in my main account I have almost 6 billion now. So you know, maybe a total of 13 billion from before purchasing the fleet carrier. So I haven't really added that much, but I get bored easy. If I'm just collecting credits, I get bored so fast. So, and it took some adjustment to get out of the idea that the YouTube channel is going to work out. So now it's just come along, where you can just come along and I put everything into pre-release videos until I have too many, and then I start releasing more of them, and so I'll probably keep doing that. But that's the reason you need to support your small YouTube channels, because they'll get like me and they just don't see a purpose, and just giving people free videos to watch is not enough purpose for them to continue doing it. Actually, they feel like they're being used, and so then they don't care about doing it anymore. So I'm sure a lot of people feel that way about creating a YouTube channel, and I certainly do. So now it's just to come along. Some of our old videos still are doing pretty good, so we'll just let them continue. But you can always see kind of where we're at. I'm recording far more videos than I'm releasing, but I don't feel an urgency to release them. Now, if we had plenty of viewers and supporters and all of that, then I would feel the urgency to release them. But I don't, and I probably won't. So just hang out with me if you wish. See how we're doing, see how we're progressing. We're progressing pretty good. I'm going to get to the 10 billion probably before the end of the year. And I have at times slowed down on the cargo running, because I see it's not really all that necessary. Like I said, we have around 7 billion, which is quite a bit. Yep, I like Jameson area when the sun's out. And I like planetary exploration when the sun's out, on the sunny side of planets. Probably always do that and try to just maximize my raw materials. Yeah, there's lots of upper level blips, but I don't really care about that much. Because I'm doing bounty hunting now, and the return is better with credits and with ranking. I'll probably keep upgrading my current combat ship. Right now it's a Vulture. I have a Fer-de-Lance that eventually I will upgrade more. And I did unlock the engineer for beam lasers, pulse, and burst lasers. So I'll probably visit him some more, and that's why I'm collecting materials too. When I visit the engineer some more, the hull reinforcement engineer, I think I need to go by there, but I usually don't hang around after I lose all my shields. I usually go back to the fleet carrier and kind of heal my wounds and cash in my bounties, and then maybe do a little bit more or do something different. But again, I've made pretty much 99.999% of all of my assets and credits between Sothis and Ceos. It just works for me. Now, I don't like the interdictions, and I do complain about the interdictions. But even with the interdictions, it allows me to play the game. And yes, I like No Man's Sky and Subnautica, but I always come back and play Elite Dangerous because of the space ship flying and the SRV driving, and it in VR. I get to immerse myself in it. So yeah, keep coming back to that. And eventually I'll get calloused about the channel, and I won't probably gripe anymore about it at some point. And I just won't care. I'll probably keep making videos. It keeps me from getting bored. And just do it that way. Because I don't see I'll ever get enough support that it's even worth the hassles of creating the videos. And in YouTube or on the internet, you can never please anybody. No matter how much you give, you can't please anybody, so it's not worth trying. But I can definitely show you how to make enough credits, get a fleet carrier, grind, planetary exploration, get materials. 'Cause I've been very successful at that part of it. Not very good at mining, especially since they've nerfed it as bad as Frontier has. It's not even really worth doing anymore. Especially for me. It really wasn't much worth it before, but it's really not worth it now. I did it because we had viewers that would watch it, but after the hubbub wore off on the fleet carriers, yeah, the views have really dropped off. Yeah, behind us there is a trespass zone. But we don't do much trespass zones anymore because it's just skimmers and stingers guarding something. And I don't really go after skimmers and stingers anymore. You can watch some of my earlier videos where we did that. For new combat people prior to competent ranking, it's probably a good thing to do. But after you get to competent, it's not really worth it. Let's see where we're at with time. Yeah, we're about there. And when I recall the ship, watch it go toward that trespass zone. Sis, ship. They're attracted to those conflict or those trespass zones. So I was going to stay away from it over here and watch it go toward that trespass zone. Well, so far it's not. Which kind of surprises me. It's kind of a test. I wanted to see what it would do. And it's not going over there. Well, we're going to go back to COs and run cargo missions and do some bounty hunting and planetary exploration over there, and we're going to do some of that. And we're currently not taking suggestions. Just down. So we'll go find the fleet carrier and start heading back to COs. Sis left. Take out the points of interest, add the fleet carriers, find the RGFC. Assist landing.
Landing gear retracted.
The fleet carrier is pretty close. I'll have to go into Super Cruise to get to it.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll have to immediately slow down because we're close.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Now I do like the fleet carrier. That's one of the bright spots. Just left. And I like my cutters, and I like the my pythons. Sys view. So far, I like the vulture on bounty hunting. You do need to engineer your ships, though. So you need to collect a lot of materials and unlock the engineers. That's very important. Especially over time. You don't have to do it on day one, but as time goes on. I like that Frontier made the tritium more efficient in the fleet carrier, so I do like that. At 8.5, we start to slow down.
What's your speed at there?
Just left.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated pad, Commander. Docking request confirmed. Assisted approach is go.
And I complain because the crew on the fleet carrier doesn't recognize me as the owner and talk to me as the owner, and others feel the same way. So hopefully in the future they'll fix that. So there'll be a set of, when they're talking to somebody that's just landing on your fleet carrier, they talk to them one way, and they talk to the person that actually owns the fleet carrier a different way. So, as you know, welcome to your fleet carrier commander or something like that.
Landing gear deployed.
But I do like it. It's kind of steep. I mean, 25 million a week is pretty high. I think I figured I have close to 7 years worth of upkeep cost. In total. So I am able to grind.
We've got you safe and sound. Commence shutdown. What can we do for you, Commander?
Yeah, 44% fuel is enough. Yeah, it does go down slower now. I do like that. So let's go ahead and put in Cios as our destination. Like I said, I like my ships and I like the fleet carrier. like coming over here. I think that's probably where I like it at Ceos, because that first planet with rings, it has a res sight on it. That's pretty good. And it's a medium security system. It's where I get all my credits from cargo missions and things like that. So it's pretty good. So what we need to do, let's go ahead and do advanced maintenance. Switch our ship out to our fighter, because we'll want to check out those lasers. At some point I will upgrade engineer the hull reinforcements. You can see here that we have the burst lasers, and they're engineered. The modifications, it's oversized and efficient, and it takes up 45% less power but almost 28% more damage. So that's pretty cool. I like that on those lasers, and we might try some other weapons at some point. We do have a point defense because we have those that launch missiles at us so it takes care of the missiles. And we have one heat sink. Maybe if we engineer that, it'll have more heat sinks available, but we can always use synthesis for the heat sinks. Our shield boosters are modded, so that's really good. See, our hull reinforcements are not modded. See, we got all these hull reinforcements. So that's really what we need to do, but I normally don't let it get down to the point where it's taking away from the hull. Our shield generator is stripped down and reinforced, so it's lighter weight. So that's pretty cool. We have reactive surface composite for our bulkhead, and it's modded. It's armored to grade 5, but it's not experimental. So we probably want to work on that. You see, everything but life support is engineer modded. So yeah, we have a very nice ship. I like it. Probably need to use need to put a little bit of tritium in there, so we'll use our Python with cargo. It has 280 units of cargo available, so we'll put some more tritium over there. Is this right? And we'll donate. Gets us up to 62%. Is this right? We got 11 minutes. We'll grab our vulture again. Is this right? See, we have 18.4 and we have some Fusion T left from opening or unlocking the engineer. So when we start to run missions, we'll just load that up and sell it. I think it's worth like 8,500 and we paid like 1,000 per ton. So we'll make a little bit off of it. Well, I appreciate you coming along. We have about 10 minutes before we're in Cios again. This is the part I really like about the fleet carrier, is a quick way to have all your stuff together and take it from place to place. So if we get down below 10,000 tons, we might pay the 40,000 a ton, but we'll keep watching for 4,000 a ton price to keep topping it off. So we could only put in roughly 1,500 tons if we found some to buy. So but we'll do that if we find some. So until the next video, when we do some bounty hunting and checking out those new engineer burst lasers. So until then, thank you for watching. Goodbye.